Ah, Hi people, Moritori back here again. This is gonna be a really quick video. In this video, as the header suggests, I am going to convey a spirit that not a lot of people, generally speaking, would be able to find unless they were to create an egregore. I'm going to specifically bring or briefly discuss a spirit that specializes in musicianship. I think over the course of my career, my occult career, I've only come across people that were interested in becoming an artist through occult means or a great musician twice. Um, but yeah, with none of these people it worked out. They were wannabe magicians, or I'm sorry, not wannabe magicians. I mean wannabe artists or wannabe musicians. You know how it goes. They either can afford me or some other detriment in terms of their personality. In any case, in this segment, I'm going to discuss a spirit by the name Amsariah. You can also pronounce his name flatter, called Amsariah, or pronounced Amsariah, and it's spelled A-M-S-A-R-I-A-H. So Amsariah. Yeah, Amsariah. I came across this spirit years ago as practically lifetimes ago for me by my standards, as a beginner, when I was an absolute beginner, specifically in the book by the Greek American author Constantinos, his book called Summoning Spirits: The Art of Magical Evocation. In my book review, I also discussed that the general information in this book. I used this book pretty much to get me started, as a stepping stone. Okay, this book is literally where it all started. This book gave me the raw information I needed to develop myself further by simply walking through this book. I use this book as a walkthrough. I'll discuss that. I discussed all of that stuff in the past. Not gonna dwell on that. Yeah, so I'm going to read the description. Amsaria, sphere, Venus. Appearance. This spirit appears as a young man wearing a green robe that is Roman in appearance, as it hangs over his shoulder. He has short blonde hair and green eyes and carries a harp made of horns. Amsaria is an excellent spirit to summon if you are a musician or any other type of artist. This spirit can help you create masterpieces of art in any medium you wish. He also knows how to make a herbal potion that stimulates creativity. When asking him for his formula, however, be persistent, as Amsaria tests the determination of the magician who summons him. The first formula he gives you for the potion may contain some herbs you have never heard of. If this occurs, make him aware of your discovery of his intentional error, and he will give you the correct formula. So yeah, I'm going to discuss Amsaria briefly. Based on all the information that you just heard that I recited, all of that is correct. Amsaria's specialty lies within any art form. So painting, music, you name it. But out of all of those, his strongest is music. And regarding the appearance, more or less, that is also correct, the way that Constantinus described him. Amsaria appears, generally speaking, as a short man with curly blonde locks, and he has a chin dimple in general, and he's standing right next to me, and he is very airy. Okay, as a matter of fact, the reason for me recording this video is because another spirit, an aerial spirit called Paralda, asked me. Paralda, Paralda. I have a video on Paralda. Watch that. Look for that on my YouTube channel. You'll find it. And or on my website. You'll find it. In any case, yeah. So Paralda asked me to cover Amsaria. Amsaria is airy and he contains aerial qualities as well. He seems to be floating, not seems, he is floating above the air in general, although he can't stand still. And he holds a harp in his hand as well. Constantinus describes that the harp is made of horns, but he is holding a golden harp, and for me, but like I said, the general description is correct, and the robe is also not green the way he's standing before me right now. It is white, but can also turn pink, you name it. Those minor details don't really matter, but yeah, based alone on the music that he makes with the harp, you can tell that he's really good at making someone excel in musicianship, but he expects you to work for it. So yeah, the general description that Constantinus gives in his book is completely correct. So yeah, Specifically, Amsariah corresponds to the zodiac sign Taurus, so he is indeed Venusian. 21 degrees in Taurus. That 21 degrees stands primarily for singular. By singularity or by singular, it's meant that he has a fixation on one particular thing, and that fixation in this context is musicianship, art forms, specifically musicianship. Don't get me wrong, he can also help you out plenty with other stuff, like if you want to become a great painter, anything that can be considered an art form in an elegant way. So don't include sports or anything like that. So examples are painting, music, anything of an elegant nature. I can't think of any other examples. Okay, he says sculptures. Okay, becoming a sculptor, also a good thing. Becoming a graphic artist. These are all practically, practically application. These are practical applications. Okay, within modern living or within a modern context. So yeah, he can make you filthy rich and through insane amounts of talent. But of course, you really need to work with him on an extensive basis. He says similar to the way that I work with my patrons, a year, preferably a couple of years, and a good deal of offerings as a fair exchange. And yeah, he'll definitely get you going. Of course, the fact that if you have inherent artistic abilities, then that will also help. So yeah, just think about stuff like that. Okay, music, painting, you name it, graphic design, sculpture, sculpting. These are examples. Okay, so don't think about anything else, because you can misconstrue it in a context that sports are also arts. Occultism in itself is also an art. By that logic or by that context, within that context, a lot of things are art. Life itself can be construed as an art form, but no. We're keeping it in a practical, realistic context. When people say that I'm skilled in an art form, you expect that person to be dancing, you expect that person to be able to do something. An art form qualifies as being something elegant and something that not a lot of people can do. So not a lot of people can make good music, or not a lot of people can make great paintings or become excellent sculptors or designers or artists, graphic artists, be good drawers, you name it now, as in drawing. And yeah, for the rest, Amsariah says that dancing is also not something he specifically or particularly specializes in, unless it's part of an artist's repertoire. For example, an artist that does a music video, yeah, he can help you with that. But obviously, he's not going to turn you into the next Michael Jackson with moonwalking and everything. That's literally what he's saying. I'm simply being his mouthpiece right now. In any case, yeah, he's Venusian. 21 degrees in Taurus. I remember this was look at how long ago it was. This was 2016, 4 years ago. Over 4 years ago, more or less. Yeah. For me, it's a lifetime ago, multiple lifetimes ago even. And I remember I wanted to know what he could offer me in the way of musicianship if I could become, a great musician with him or through him. And the answer was yes, you'll get along well with him and reach great success as a musician, but there will be strife somewhat with the general public and followers of your art. So yeah, that was the answer I got. And yeah, the confirmation that I performed, the divinatory confirmation, was good. Indicated tremendous success with minor stuff here and there. Like, these are all the troubles that an artist usually has, because believe it or not, back in the day, I wanted to become a musical artist. Back in the day, I was into extreme music, specifically heavy metal, and I wanted to become a famous heavy metal artist. It was a pipe dream at that time, but bottom line is that, yeah, Amsariah had the potential, or has the potential, to accomplish that for me, and really good as well. But as an artist, you also clash heads sometimes with people within the industry and whatnot, to a lesser extent. So those are minor things that you'd experience. You'd go through the whole motions that any artist faces, but Amsariah would still try to make it as convenient as possible. And for the rest, that's pretty much it. Okay, but in terms of pure skill regarding musicianship, he can really drive it home. So for those of you that were wondering, as in, hey, is there a spirit out there? So that, for example, you don't have to create an egregore. Is there an existing spirit that is skilled at musicianship? Yes, Amsariah is skilled at musicianship. In terms of alignment or correspondence or category, so what kind of spirit Amsariah is? Amsariah is a celestial spirit, but he's more elementary leaning, but he is, the thing is that he can't really be classified. Amsariah can't really be classified. Amsariah is a, he's leaning towards being an elemental spirit, more towards the element air, but he is also not an angel, obviously. So the best way to describe Amsariah would simply be that he's a planetary spirit. Yeah, the same way that you've got you've got other spirits like Hagit or Haggit and whatnot. He fits those are Olympic spirits, by the way. He's simply an intermediary planetary spirit. Okay, he's not a high-ranking one, but he's also not low-ranking. He fits in between. So that's all you need to know. For the rest, he doesn't really do anything else as a specialty. So that is all. Last but not least, if you want the description from Constantinus's summoning spirits, I'll leave it in the description below, a screenshot, as well as a general depiction from Constantinus's book as to what Amsariah looks like. And yeah, the art in his book does seem correct, so that you have a general idea. But by the way, I'm simply going to use the thumbnail as I'm going to use the description as a thumbnail. Okay, if you want to see the general art form, then simply click the link in the description below and you'll see it. And yeah, that is all. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.